Okay. I think we're good. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Great to see everybody. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chats below. Welcome or welcome back to the IPA call income producing activity call. Grateful to have you here. And always, by the way, if you're newer, you're within your first month, or you have teammates that are newer, like shout them out in the team in the chats here. We love this call, and specifically, we love whenever there's new teammates on as well too. The family is always expanding, so really good times. If we haven't met yet, my name is James Zhang. Honored to be here. It's been a flurry of craziness going on in the partner co world, and this week in particular, I'm really excited because within the Champions Network, um, this this business is all about leadership. Right? Who here's ever heard this saying? John C. Maxwell, leadership guru, says this, that every single organization rises and falls based on leadership. Right? Who here's heard that? Give me a wave or put it me in the comments if you haven't. So true. So true. Any single time you see anything growing, it doesn't grow by happenstance. It grows because of a leader. And when I first heard that word leader, I'll be honest, I was scared of that word. Is anyone else a little intimidated by that word leader? It's like, it's big. It's like, dang, like, can I felt like I had to look a certain way, like talk a certain way, like make a certain amount of money, like be a certain title. And I remember when I first heard that, I put that to the side and I said, I'm no leader. I'm a follower. Like, I never want to be a leader. It's just too scary of a word. Can I actually step into those types of shoes? And what I realized was this, whether you're aware or not, all of us are leading. All of us are. Leadership is simply influence, nothing more, nothing less, as John Maxwell says. So when I realized that whether I choose to or not, I am influencing already, and that could be just you yourself and you and your business. That could be you and your customers in your business. That could be you and your teammates, your team. I remember it started with one, then it went to two, then eventually went to five and more. And when I realized that whether I choose to or not, I'm already leading, it's just what am I leading? Who am I leading? Where am I leading them to? And can I become better? Then I became super aware and I said, man, that is a responsibility because if I'm influencing already, the question is, am I influencing people into a better place or not? Right? There's two different types of people. One that when they come into the room lights up. Another when people come into the room and the room dims. And I realized I was that person that made people dim and I made a commitment. I said, all right, I want to make sure that I always help people rise up. I always help people step up as well too. And as I made that awareness and I made the decision to grow and come on to calls like this and continue to do my business and continue to work on myself, like with Breakfast of Champions and everything. And I realized that I had the capacity to change, as you do as well too. It was the most empowering, freeing thing in the world because this business is a compensation plan wrapped around personal development. Who here wants to make more money, by the way? Give me a wave or put a 100 in the comments, right? And when I made the connection that making more money simply meant me being a better leader and I could control that, I got super excited because this is now an opportunity for you to basically get paid for getting better. And I'm like, wow, I want to get better anyway. So let's go do that. I know. So I bring that up because we're always, all of us are collaborations of leaders. And I got this big bar of light. It's like God's just saying, hello, good morning. So I should probably cover that up. It's right in my face. But as a collaborative, as a leadership, I look at every single one of us as leaders, however long you've been involved in your business or not, because we're all influencing. And that's why this organization is growing. That's why this organization is one of the fastest growing in the entire world. I'll jump on this side. Really awkward. Man. Okay, I need to fix that. So, how do I do this? Have you ever had this weird glare in your eyes and you're like, man, that's kind of awkward? Or maybe I'll just be two-faced today, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I'll stand on this side. um, this week in particular, I just want to open up with a challenge and an invitation. A challenge and an invitation that's to view yourself, if you have not yet already in your business, as a growing leader. And to challenge and invite you to step up to the next level of your leadership too. being more bold, being more courageous, sharing your voice more, raising your hand on this, like Twyla and Katie, right? Seeing voids, stepping in, being the one to take charge, whatever that looks like. Because we are now in a place where we've been doing this call for how long has it been? 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 months? Been really good, been amazing. Can we all agree this is an amazing call, right? But can we also agree that the lines on this call need to grow too, because it's super good, right? We have such an amazing thing. We need to share it out there. And how do we grow this call? It's because of each and every single one of your leadership. So I want you to think to yourself, if you're open to accepting the charge of being a leader, put a me in the comments below. What that really means is you've decided you're going to grow in your impact and your income, right? Here's my challenge to you. How many people in your team do you have on the lines right now? Think about that, right? And don't beat it on your head. It's not like, oh my gosh, I suck. No, be a leader, right? Leaders, they track. Leaders, they grow. Leaders, they look. Leaders, they are accountable, right? Like it's important. Numbers do count. Numbers are the name of the game. It's the result of the whole story, right? And when I realized that, I do have influence. Okay, how many people are influencing? John Maxwell has another fun saying. He says that a leader with no followers is simply taking a walk. And for many times in my business, I was taking a walk by myself, which is fine, right? You have to learn how to lead yourself well. But there comes a time when you make the decision when you're like, enough of me just being by myself. Let me give it this way as well, too. I realized that the most selfish thing that I could do in the world was not to share this with other people, not get other people around the campfire, not get my people around here as well, too. And when you make that decision and your standards rise, then guess what? Your business will rise as well, too, right? Your income will always fall to the level of your expectations and your standards, not what you want, but what you need to happen. I want to raise the bar right now. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you as we go through this week, as we move on forward, specifically those that are on today. Will you grow this line? Will you lead others here as well too? Here's a cheat code, right? Who here does want a rapidly exploding, expanding business that's scaling around the world and all these things, right? Here's the big secret. You know what I realized was this? Because in the beginning, I was really scared. I didn't want to be that person in charge or anything. That's what I'm asking for. I realized here's a big secret to this business that you can leverage. And when I realized that there was calls and opportunities like this, and I'm like, wow, I don't have to lead everything. Like, wow, we have a collaboration, all these people chiming in every day. There's all the secrets being shared. I said, the best thing I can do is become a good promoter. And every day I made it a goal, promote more of my people to come on. And it worked. I'll just end this with a quick story, is that I remember when I finally figured out how to start enrolling people and just follow the systems, the scripts and all that. And you're going to start enrolling people. And then I realized, all right, well, I don't know what to do with them. So the best thing I'm going to do is plug them in. And I started promoting them to come on to a call and training like this. And not everyone said yes. Who hears people that got started? They're not doing anything. Normal. Don't worry about them, right? Some will stay, some will do things. The seed will always land on the right ground. So you keep on planting until. But I was always fired up and I was always sharing the vision because I realized the best value I could give for our teammate is plug them into leadership, plug them into the environment. And finally, the seed landed on good ground and somebody said yes. This teammate came to their first training, got started that day, came to the first training that night, launched their business, was able to go something like Ultimate very fast, was able to go manager in the first month or two, developed a top growing business, 6-figure plus business, eventually became a senior officer, eventually became my wife. And I bring that up because I wasn't the one to necessarily be her leader. Like I was there, but I was really good at bringing her along with the journey and we were growing together. The coolest thing about this business is you get to grow with your people. It's not just about what you do yourself. Does that make sense, everybody? So I just want to encourage you on that, but it starts with an awareness. And I want you to really think, leaders, what I do every day is I literally come on early and then I look at who's in the chats and who's not. And if they're not in this call, and I know they need to be in this call, I send them a message. I'm like, hey, let's go, let's grow, let's go for this, right? And then eventually it's going to land on the right people. So that little tip today, and why? Because this week I'm excited because all throughout the organization we are raising the leadership. Okay, as many of you know, this company, Partner Code, there's really cool trips and opportunities. And we have many teammates that have just won a trip to Punta Cana. We have 2 Punta Cana trips, by the way. We have one that corporate threw and then one that our team's throwing, which everyone here, I hope you're running for our team trip in July. It's going to be amazing. Many of you have qualified. But this week, many of our leaders, they're going to be enjoying the fruits of their labor. It's going to be an all-inclusive resort, 5-star experience. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to see many cool pictures and photos and everything. We want to give you a sneak peek if you're not going, you know? So literally many of them are actually at the airport right now as we speak. They're traveling, they're doing their things. And I know it's super cool. It's great because you too can win these things. Who here, if you haven't won a corporate trip yet, is committed and wants to win a corporate trip, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. It starts as a goal. It starts as a decision. Guys, everyone here can. And our goal is to be able to help you to do that, right? So you're doing exactly the right things to start moving there. But well, what are we looking for? Well, I'm super proud of the team because most of our leaders are going to be out of town and out of commission. Here was a decision. The decision is, what do we do this week? You know, like, do we just, I actually brought it up to leadership. I'm like, do we just like, you know, give it a break on this week? And the leaders are like, no, let's use this opportunity and let's see who's going to step up to the call. And all throughout this week, you know, I was so inspired by you is we just simply asked, and so many of you are stepping up. So all throughout this week on these calls, we're going to run this IPA call from Monday through Friday still. So I'm going to host it today. I'm going to host it tomorrow. But then the following days, we have people like Eric Minter and Dr. Cassie. They're going to be helping with these IPA calls. We have Shauna Carroll and Gina Hallmark. They're going to be helping with these IPA calls. We have a roster. Friday, we will have an academy. We have rising stars that have done amazing things in their business, like Liz Smith and Cindy Thompson and many others that are going to be sharing their incredible stories. We also have our Breakfast of Champions call, which I'm super, super excited about because these have incredible rising stars that all have been doing phenomenal things on their business. And this week, for example, we got Mr. Louis Taylor, the man, the myth, the legend. We got Cindy, we got Ashley Riddle, Pam Middleton, Eric Minter. All of them are going to have the most incredible stories. And I want to encourage you. Actually, I'd submit that these calls are actually going to be the most inspiring, relatable calls for you and your people. Because sometimes when you look at the quote unquote big leader, and we're all normal people, right? But you look at the people that are like, you know, high up in the ranks or whatever, and people can't relate. They're like, oh, they're like aliens, right? Oh, they're different. Well, really, no, we're all the same, right? But it's super exciting to see that we have more and more people stepping up because their stories are going to be incredible. So I want to invite you, and I especially want to encourage us and challenge us. If there's any one week to promote any of the calls to, it's this week in particular. Because our rising leaders, they need support. Who here, if you were up for the first time doing something, you'd be a little bit scared. And you're like, oh, yeah, I love it if I have some support and encouragement, right? So give them some encouragement. But also, personally and selfishly, like strategically, it's actually going to be very beneficial for your business because the more voices, the better. And especially the rising star voices, they're actually a lot more inspiring many, many different times right there. I know. Yeah. Thanks, Gina, for stepping up, and every one of us are stepping up, right? So however that is for you this week, whether that's showing up on camera, whether that's raising your hand on IPA, whether that's bringing more people to this call, whether that's being a speaker, whether that's adding more love into the chat, whatever that it is, let's invite every one of us to step up to the next level. And as you step up, watch what happens. People flock to you and your business will start to grow. Does that make sense, everybody? Sorry, lots of talk this morning, but there's a lot of things going on. All right, cool. So super inspired, super excited. Couple notes on what's going on. Remember, for North America, we have the full throttle level up, your opportunity to go ultimate and get a PXP ticket, or your opportunity to sponsor 3 people to go ultimate and get a free PXP ticket. Guys, PXP is going to be amazing. I heard that in Punta Cana, we might hear of a special announcement that hopefully we can share with you guys as soon as possible. You know how we are. We always want to give secrets. I'm excited. Tammy is going to be there, and for her first corporate trip with her hubby. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna hear some things. We're gonna hear Thursday, yeah, and hopefully we can do something. Hopefully we can share as soon as possible. But there's a lot of things that are about to be unleashed, and just know PXP Dallas, Texas, September 11th. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be magnificent. You want to make sure you're there. You want to make sure people are there. And best thing to do is make sure that you have a ticket there as well too, or extra tickets. So use this opportunity and think you and your people, who is not ultimate and who can we get ultimate. We've been seeing ultimates all throughout the week. We also have our body balance challenge. Denise, you're heading to PXP. Let's go. Who here's excited about the body balance challenge? You're ready to be the next winners. Let's go. I saw Eric Minter posting up, and he shared that he registered. Way to lead from the front. I know Joanne's ready. I feel like Joanne is in it to win it. She's always in it to win the season, but I feel like I'm just gonna call her. I bet she has very strong odds of winning this one. I just have a feeling. So you're registered, Michelle. Congratulations. So be sure to do that. Remember, all of our boards are updated now with all the body balance stuff. We just did an amazing training last Friday, all about how to promote the body balance. So use the opportunity, drive it like crazy. This is a good season for all of that. Okay, cool. So I'm done talking. Let's go through some IPAs here. So we got Miss Twyla Wadsworth first. What's up, Twyla? Good morning.
Good morning. Am I on live? Yep.
You are.
Hi. Love to see everybody on here, and I'm grateful to be here. Um, I went into actually, I've been posting on my Facebook, and she's been watching it. But I went in to get some stuff at the hardware store, and this lady owns it. And she's going, Twyla, you've lost so much weight. What are you doing? And she says, I've been seeing you've been doing these drops. Is that what it has to do with? And I said, well, yeah. And then she goes, and I says, well, it also helps with my sweats and all this, and your and it makes your mood better and you're happier. And I just feel good all the way around. She goes, oh, that's so great. She says, would it help my son who can't sleep and he's all got these problems with anxiety and stuff? And I said, well, yeah, it will. She goes, I thought it was just to lose weight. I said, no, really, it's a body balancing, and it's just the side effect is to lose the weight. She goes, oh, okay. She goes, well, let me call him and see if he'll take them. And I said, that's fine. I did my stuff at the hardware store, went home. 2 hours later, I looked on my phone and she says, he's willing. So I gathered all the stuff up because I have a 10 pack at the house that I've had, and I have extras of everything. And I told her about the Renew too, and how it helps you sleep and it makes your hair grow. And she's going, oh, okay. And so I loaded it all up, and I have some little bottles for guys because this is a guy that they can put in their pockets so they don't forget them to go everywhere. So I grabbed the little bottles that I have that they can refill, and I loaded it all up, took it in and dropped it off. And she paid me right there.
Nice.
And then ran into her son who wants to take it, so I was explaining how to use it. So I opened up the packages, showed him how to use it, had him open it up, take some drops, see how they don't taste too bad, and everything tastes, you know. And he goes, "Well, I can do this." And I says, "And take the drink in the evening about 6, because they will make you want to pee." And so he's all excited. He's wanting to get some rest. He doesn't sleep but 4 hours a night. So he's all excited. And that
Well
was
done.
my I, IPA. And
Love
it
it.
was, oh, and she saw me on my Facebook. She says, I've been watching you on your Facebook account.
Come on.
So
You never know.
doing your Facebook, doing your 9 and 3 every day, it does show up. I mean, I've been showing it to her for a long time, and she's just like, yeah, yeah.
This is
And
the
then
time.
on top of that, I says, it's only $30 to become a member.
Yeah.
And she goes, that's all?
Yeah.
She goes, huh, I'll see how this works, but I think I'll become a member.
I think she will too. She's
And
already doing the work. So
right.
She's already happening. I love that, Twyla. Congratulations. So, question: it sounds like you have little sample bottles. Do you put the drops in the bottles? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I buy little bottles that you
Yeah,
can put because my husband doesn't like to carry around the big bottles.
got it. Where do you get
So
them from?
he, Amazon.
Okay. Can you, if you don't mind, can
I
you find
will,
it? Drop
I
the
will,
link.
I'll put the links. I have one with a black lid and one with a white lid
Oh,
so that they
smart.
can easily tell what's what. Not that you can't, they're clear. You
Right.
can buy them any colors. They can be black, they can be
Got it.
whatever, but they're like, I don't know, an ounce or 2 ounce. They're just little.
Mm,
They're not much bigger than this.
okay.
And
How many
so,
how many servings do you put of the drops in each one of them? Is it one serving at a time like that?
no, no, no. It's like a week's worth.
Okay. Okay. Got it. And then do you
It'll
give
hold
them, okay. And then how did
just
they
with,
divvy that up though?
they fill it up with the droppers. I just have, you can get little funnels with them, but they only send like three.
Ah,
But I just use a dropper, and that's all he does
smart.
is he squeezes up, puts it in, squeezes up, puts it in.
Okay.
So it's in his pocket all the time because guys
Mm,
do not want to carry around bottles. I guarantee
right.
you. So if
That's
they can
really
put it,
smart. Yes. If you, yeah, send that in, which by the way brings up some ideas because you might be able to break up a month supply into like, let's say 4 weeks, and you could even sell the drops in like a week at a time. And you can actually charge a little bit more because it's extra convenient for them. So it might be a way to sell sample trials. So does anyone here, this is not a bad idea. Who here has people that say the drops are too expensive for like the month supply, right? So maybe you can break it up into a week at a time. So instead of 150, for example, it's what 150 divided by 4 is some number, which I can't think about right now. 45, 47, 50, $50, right? So if you sell like $50 at a time, people can spend $50 all day. And that's actually a really cool idea. And then they'll be hooked right after 1 week. So, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. Drop that in the chat, Twyla. You're bringing
I
up
will.
some cool ideas. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Congrats. Miss Punta Cana winner, by the way. Let's go. Love it. Yes. So guys, yeah, let's if anyone's down, yeah, you can measure it because you have your dropper. Um, I'd love to see anyone pioneer this and try it and then report back to us. So we're just thinking out loud here. So we might have come up with something cool. Anyways, congratulations, Twyla. Showing up consistently, following up, giving those next nudges. And I'm telling you, people sell themselves on this. It's a really cool idea. So, Miss Katie, hello.
Hello, I have a crazy one. So I got in August on the the promotion, and one of my friends from another company, Singular, that's what I started with and stopped working for me basically. Anyway, in September, I don't know if she saw my post. I went back to the conversation, but September 4th, guys, she started asking a bunch of questions. This was in Messenger and in text. I was going back and forth. I counted 18 times in Messenger. I stopped counting in my text. Guys, I don't know how many times the follow up, the inviting to Zoom, drop talks, inviting to the, hey, we've got the free shipping, we've got the Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
we got Black Friday, so many. And basically, I gave up. I was giving up on her. So she every time I did a picture with me with, hey, 3 boxes left or something like that, she would message me and ask me the question. I think she's asked like twice. I'm like, is she just forgetful or something? All right, 150, you can get it from me all in. Normally it costs 176 or 150, with subscription. But the best way to buy it is the 4-pack. And I said, and then you could put Advantage and Sugar Stop. I just figured those are really good weight loss products.
Yeah.
In for your subscription. So then she says, well, how much is it on that? And I said, hang on, let me look. And then I saw the 2-pack of the
Yeah.
Sugar Stop, the Advantage, and the drops. I said, or you can do this instead of the 4-pack. And then she says, okay. let me get the 4-pack and the Sugar Stop Advantage thing, and that'll give me 6 months supply. I went from a
Wow.
150, I'll send it out to you, to a 428 PV order. And since September, follow-ups, talking, getting tired of her, to be
Wow.
honest. And then because I don't want to say I stopped following up, but I was giving her
Hmm.
space. Um, and and then she says, okay, I ordered, and I'm not allergic to this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So I don't know. I might have a project on my hands, guys. I
Should be good. She is
hope
committed.
so.
She
I
serves a
hope
brand
so.
partner or a customer? Just
Yeah,
good.
I went ahead and did brand partner because I was
It's a
trying
big
to give
order.
her the best. And also she's a traveler and she doesn't want to do a subscription.
Uh-huh. Buying
So
in bulk. Got it.
yeah, she's buying a
Makes sense.
6 month supply basically, but
Mm,
she's gonna have to get the advantage of the Sugar Stop eventually. So
yeah.
she only has
Wow.
2 months of that.
Come
So
on.
that was it.
So smart.
At least 18, 20 follow-ups, and
Wow.
keep posting because she's interested. My point, my goal is anyone who's ever been interested until they say, get out of my life, I'm gonna keep following up.
There it is. I was about to ask the question, who do you know to follow up on, who to not?
Right.
Until they tell you no, keep
Mhm.
on following up and assume it's a not yet, which is
Exactly.
huge. Who here is someone that you've honestly given up on because it just you feel like the conversation's fallen off, right? Use this as your nudge today to follow up on someone. And absolutely true, Katie. That's huge. From from a drop to a almost $1,000 order. Not too shabby at all. And she's gonna have phenomenal results. Also, what I like is think about like how do you package and upsell a couple of things. People like to save money. People like to save on shipping. People like to just kind of be committed up front to things as well too. So that's really, really powerful what you did there from a 1 month supply to a 6 month supply. So well done, Katie. I love it.
Oh, and the free shipping was a good incentive. So
There we
you're
go.
right. I forgot about that.
Using everything to your advantage, using the special packs, free shipping, whatever, as an excuse to follow up again. That's what
Right.
I hear from you. Katie, you're absolutely the follow up queen. 18 follow ups.
At
Worth it.
least.
Worth it. Come on. Let's go. I know. So good, right? Louis is bowing before the queen. 100%. Hey, Tammy.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. Great to see you.
Good, good. I have an IPA. This was exciting because I did not follow up with this person. They came to me. But I had invited them to look at the drops a while ago. And the funny thing was, she came to me and said, "Hi." And I was like, "Hello," out of the blue. And she said, "I've been lurking in Wellness 360, the group you added me to a long time ago, probably 6 months ago. And I want to change. I want my health to change. What do I need to do? Tell me more." So I was excited. One thing I'm doing, I'm really driving for these promo packs so that I can earn more lifestyle rewards and go on more trips. And so I've been pushing those packs. I told her, "Oh my gosh, this is great timing. There's such a great sale that we have right now, a great promo." And when I started telling her about the promo, she felt a little overwhelmed because she knows about the drops. So I could tell she sensed seemed a little overwhelmed. And I said, "Well, there's another option. If you don't," she didn't feel Sugar Stop was going to be helpful to her. And so I said, "There's another option. It's the 4-pack." I didn't even give her the option of a single pack. And so she became a customer with the 4-pack. And I said, "These are all of the perks and benefits of the 4-pack." And One of them is that because she said, Tammy, I don't know. What should I do? I feel confused. And, I'm always thinking a confused mind walks away and says no, right? So I said, I just kind of took control and I said, if you order the 4-pack, you can get it right away. Because if she ordered the other promo pack,
Mm,
I was going to have to like divvy it up and send it to
mm.
her. So I said, you'll get it right away. I named all the things. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. So, but she had been lurking. She never said anything, and I did not give her the option of a brand partner, unlike you, Katie. I was going with the philosophy that I heard here. I don't know who said it, but they were talking about, earning more money in retail. And, I thought that's going to be very helpful. And I didn't want her to feel like I was, I just wanted to get her started. I didn't want to give her another option. We had already been through the options of what packs to get. And so I just went with my gut and I just gave all the benefits why. I could have easily given all of the benefits of why to be a brand partner, but I just wanted to like bang it out. So she was very happy. She became a customer. And very interestingly, also, one other tidbit, she asked if she could make different, make payments on the 4-pack. And I said,
Mhm.
yes, there was an option, but she didn't even do that. She just paid for
Nice.
the whole thing up front because of all the reasons I told her it was a good deal. So
Let's go. Come on. So to clarify, did you sell 4 offhand or did you sell through a link?
no, she bought it through a link. I
Okay.
sent her a link. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you know if she bought full retail or if she subscribed?
You know what? I didn't look.
Okay. Just
I
curious.
didn't look. I'll have to look. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Either
it's
way, I get retail.
oh, absolutely. So it's a difference of either 80 bucks retail or 160 bucks. Plus you get new volume bonus. So since Tammy's at Ultimate, if you sell a 4-pack to a customer, you're making what is that 208 times 30%, that's 6240. So that's what $140 up to $222. So that's a split. Who here wouldn't mind making an extra 200 bucks from one sale, for example, right? So, and we've been talking about this, the element of, there's times, and they're all great, right? Katie enrolling a brand partner, awesome. Like all sales are great, right? Volume is great. However, and I'd encourage people to test it. So, Tammy, just kudos to you for just taking charge, just going for it, because a 4-pack has been really popular of a sale, which is we can sell that all day. But the 4-pack itself as a customer already has a 25% off savings. It's from 176 to 133 per box. There's already a lot of value in that. So the idea was, can we just sell it as a customer, right? Because if you do, you make a lot more retail, especially if they're not in the mindset yet to share. Who here has some customers or who here has some partners that really are just glorified customers because they just wanted a discount? There's nothing wrong about it at all. Like I'm not like, but things to consider is try it. See if that works for you in your market. If they're just happy to be a customer. And then there's going to be times to upsell them to a partner that actually shares. Right. But what that does for you is it makes you even more money for the same sale. And it for them in their mind, it feels the exact same as well too. And just like what you said, Tammy, I mean, they're just down to buy it straight up. So that is super, super powerful. So congratulations on that. And I love that. And I got to ask you as well too, because you won a trip for both you and your hubby. And also remember, guys, there's 2 Punta Cana trips. There's one that we're about to go on from corporate. There's also one from that we're running from the Champions Network, which many of us are running for. Tammy Everett, she's running up the charts. She is now, are you officially qualified now? And then you're also now moving towards vice president. Did you do at least 3 weeks? I forget.
No, I haven't done 3 weeks at this level.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks in general, though, like any of the levels total. Have you done like manager,
Oh
director, vice?
yeah, I have.
Oh, so you're also officially qualified to come to Punta Cana as well, too. Congratulations. Now you're just winning all the debt.
I actually didn't know that. I thought I had to qualify at my level.
No, no. Well, whatever, if you already qualified at 3 other levels, like, and you're just working up it, then you're fine,
Okay.
for example, so
Oh,
yeah.
yay. Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm qualified.
Nice. You're winning all the things. And she's now, remember, there's 5 tiers to run for. So she's just like climbing up the tiers now. So how does it feel, Tammy, to win a corporate trip for you and your husband? This was a really big thing for you. But what does it feel like?
Oh my gosh. It feels amazing. Um, I'm just watching my husband get excited about it, and it's wonderful because he's watched me work. I've been here for 4 years, and um, just it feels really good. It feels really good. It feels amazing to have my kids watch us go together. And a little nervous. We're leaving them home alone for the first time. I mean, they're old enough, but anyway, it feels really amazing. He hears me talk about the business all of the time. He hears me talk about different leaders, but now I'm like, okay, now I want you to talk to so and so, and we're going to be eating dinner with so and so. And it's like different. It's putting a face to the name, and he's getting excited, and watching his excitement is like more exciting than anything for me.
Mm, Huge congratulations.
Yeah.
It's so huge to be able to do that because once a mind's expanded, it never returns back to the same shape.
I
And God,
know the power of it. I know the power of it. Yes.
100%. Who here thinks it's worth it if, let's say it takes 4 years, but you're able to win an amazing experience for you and your hubby, you and your family that'll forever change your life. You're going to be in tables with Darren Zobrist and Mark Patterson and, just upfront, close and personal, just so many different things. Is that worth it? Right. I don't know any other job that you have those types of opportunities. So, but once you're there, then you're there. So
And
huge.
just talking about it too, like I'm mixing and mingling with other network marketers in various
Mm,
settings, and we're trying to have meetings and stuff. I'm like, I can't be there. I'm going on my incentive trip, and they're like, you won that? So,
come
so
on.
it just feels really cool. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
So it's been
Yes.
it's been really it makes me feel a boost of confidence, really.
100%. And give us a tip. So for those that are looking at, of course, we have our trip, but then just trips as a whole, especially if they've been feeling like, man, I've been doing the do. I feel like it's not giving me the results that I'm looking for. I'm banging my head on the wall. Can I really do this? What's your tip to get over that hump for them?
Play the game. Play the game to earn the points. Play the game to go after the promo. When a promo is there, find a way to, dangle the carrot. I'm always trying to leverage, just like this promo that we have, or the power up, or just always play the game. This company throws so many great incentives, and just don't excuse them as like, they're not for me. Find a way to make it fit who needs to hear it, who can benefit from it. Find your angle. And if you're not hearing an angle that you like, find one, because they're there to help us win and move our business forward. So play that game that they dangle in front of us.
Love it. Tammy, huge congrats and amazing IPA as well too. Let's
Thank you.
go. Hey, if
Thank
you're down to sell a 4-pack at retail and make $100 or $200, put a 4 in the comments below. I challenge you this week, sell as many as you can. I've been seeing a lot of teammates do that. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. And to wrap us up, we got Miss Leah. What's up? Mama's going on a trip. And now Miss
I
Leah.
know. I'm super excited for my dad to like meet everybody. And I'm so proud of my mom because just her history and what she's been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time is what gives me the hope that I can do it too. I have just a quick IPA. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about my bestie who never ordered in previous stuff I've done, always was supportive. So she enrolled as a customer. She got a bunch of things for her husband, the noni, the probiotics. She got the Vinali. Her husband and son were taking those. She finally jumped on, got her drops. And then she was talking to me the other day, and she keeps sending me people. Oh, I told my friend Lindsay. Oh, I told this person. Oh, hey, my friend so and so saw your post on Facebook, and they're all asking me what's Leah's health journey she's on. So she's sending people to me, and I'm like, you can become a brand partner and make extra money. And she's like, nope, nope, don't want to do it. I'll just keep sending them to you. So I'm like, okay, like just want to let you know because I feel like I'm taking money from her. So she called me over the weekend. She signed up as a brand partner and she ended up ordering a 4-pack for herself. So she did get it at the, membership discount, but she, I told her, I said, I'm going to meet you where you're at. I said, I'm not going to force you into doing anything, but I think I know where it'll go from here because she's already seeing, and I'm super happy for her too.
Wow. What do you
Oh,
think?
and I hit my second manager
Oh my gosh.
ranking. So I have one more.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Already done.
Thank you.
What do you think tipped the scales for her to say, I'm ready?
Well, she's noticed just so much in herself. So she was like
Mm.
me. She didn't really use it for weight loss per se. She wanted to balance her hormones. She's got a lot of history with health. Her mom passed away of breast cancer when my oldest was being born, so almost 11 years ago. But she's got her own issues. And she was just trying to do the natural way. Doctors want to put her on all this stuff, and she's very big about not using certain things and hormones. And so she was like, why not try it? She's almost done. She said she's about halfway through her first box of drops. So that's why she was like, I needed to order and I wasn't going to let myself run out. But she just said she's a smoker. She said that she has gone outside a few times and lit a cigarette and decided, I don't really want this, and put it out. She's noticed cravings in areas where she would, she's like me. We like the salty snacks. And that's what she was, going towards. And she said, Leah, it's like, she's a Diet Coke drinker all the time. She's like, I haven't been drinking Diet Coke. She's like, I'll treat myself to one here and there. But she would go from coffee to Diet Coke the rest of the day. So I'm super proud. She's just seeing her own results and feeling good. So yeah, I hope she starts sharing even more.
Oh, she will. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
My gosh, Leah, this is picture perfect. Guys, this is exactly what we talk about, right? Get people in the door, get them on the drops, follow up with them around the 2-week mark. That's a magical mark where people really start to see big wins. And then that's when we can have that upsell conversation because it just makes sense. They're like, I'm loving it anyway. I want to use it more. I need to save money as well, too. And also because they're excited now, it's not hard for them to think about sharing it as well. So that was amazing, Leah. Congrats on hitting manager twice. Gonna be 3 times. I think you're gonna get promoted soon, by the way, too. Like I'm sure it's not gonna stay at manager at the rate which you're going. So huge congrats, sister. We're so proud of you. Man, so cool. All right. Fantastic. What an IPA call. I know, right, Gina? I love these calls. These are the best. I need these in my life. So, I remember right after this, we got our rock star lineup of Breakfast of Champions call. I'm excited for Louis Taylor. And just shout out to Louis. Louis, if you don't know, he is the heart of the volunteer. He has, and I forgot, Ann Maki. Ann Maki, you're still there? You did have your hand up. My bad. Ann, are you there still? I don't want to forget you.
I'm here, but if we're running short of time, I can just chat tomorrow if you want. It's about a big booth I did over the 3-day weekend.
Okay. So. Let's have you up first thing tomorrow. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Because I want you to go in detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to write you down right now. And if I forget, yell at me. So
I raise my hand and my computer takes it off or something's goofy with that. But anyway, so thank you. Yeah. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Come back tomorrow, guys, because she has a huge story about how to do in-person events, booths and stuff. I really want to hear that. So awesome. But yeah, so yeah, Louis is going to be doing today. And Louis, when it comes to the heart of the volunteer, he moderates the BOC calls. He moderates the Zoom calls. He also moderates. He does a daily accountability Zoom for his team at like 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning or something, right? So when it comes to the heart of the volunteer, this guy truly has that. And he's a wealth of knowledge. So he's been talking all about the bear cycle. I love that. If you want better results, that really is a keystone. So definitely log on to that. Same link, same time, same everything as always. I'll drop it in the chat here as well too. And on that, we will move into a time of prayer. So if you want to linger for that, absolutely stay for that. Otherwise, feel free to pop off and let's go. But dear Father, I'm just so thankful. I believe you have an anointing today. I just think about the day of Pentecost when Holy Spirit, you came and you fell on everyone and you turned and you gave this new courage. You gave this new empowerment. The saying goes that you don't call the qualified, you qualify the called. And I believe specifically today that every single person that's listening to this right now are those that have been called and you are qualifying them. And in fact, the things that they think are disqualifying them are actually what qualifies them, because in our weakness, you're strong. So today, just elevate them, inspire them, pour on your spirit on them, bring out gifts and talents within them, give them that boldness that they might have thought they didn't have before, and give them open doors and opportunities for them to just step in, impart a gift of faith for them to just take on things that they might have been afraid. Again, we bind fear in the name of Jesus and we break that and we inspire just a wave of faith to spark in this entire organization. We thank you for leaders upon leaders upon leaders and explosive multiplication and duplication in these people today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hey guys, love you all. Talk soon. Bye guys.